What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is currently October 9th. We're here to talk NFL again, obviously. There ain't nothing better going on right now. College basketball is coming. We're definitely going to get that.
I love some college basketball.
College football, man, like...
It's hard as in North Carolina. Like, it's hard to get into it until it gets heated up. It really is.
Now, playoffs come. Oh, I'm talking. But right now, like, I'm a big Tennessee guy right now. They just got smacked by Arkansas. I have nothing much to say. Alabama.
Hey, dude, my brother, Dylan, lives in Nashville, and he literally watched them throw it in the river.
Oh, Vandy?
Yes.
Oh, there's only going to be one undefeated team come to playoffs.
It's going to be Texas.
It's going to be Ohio State University.
Texas. You're tweaking. They don't lose this week to Georgia.
Texas goes into Georgia and loses, man.
Nope. I would put money on that game if I had money.
Texas loses to Georgia at Georgia, but we'll get on. We're going to start with a very, very surprising firing.
I wouldn't say surprising.
I think it is.
You brought it up last week. You were literally the one that said it.
I didn't think it was coming before Nathaniel Hackett went.
But if you... Do y'all think that it's Aaron Rodgers' fault?
No, dude. Like, people trying to act like Aaron Rodgers has, like, ownership of this organization. It'd be one thing if he had been there his whole career.
It'd be one thing if his name was Tom Brady.
Yeah,
or Patrick
and, like,
Mahomes.
Look, if this was Green Bay and he had been there his whole career and he had a say in who got hired, it'd be different. But it's the Jets. He's been here 2 years and played 5-6 games now.
Yeah.
It's not Rodgers.
And
the Jets are almost in panic mode.
Rodgers will have a say so on if he stays next year. Who's the head coach? I will say that.
But I don't know if he will. I can see Rodgers hanging it up.
I don't think he should.
I think he hangs it up after the year.
I don't think he should.
What?
Stay.
No, there's unless they start get on a deep run where they trade for Devontae, man. There's no other way. I mean,
I don't think they have. I don't think they're willing to do that. They're already not wanting to sign Hassan for big money, which again is a whole different situation. But they're not going to take on that contract when they're already not trying to take on those contracts. You know what I'm saying?
Because they know Garrett Wilson's coming for the.
He's coming for the bag.
Yeah, he's going to get one.
But does he deserve a bag?
He deserves a bag. He just hadn't been able to show that because last year he was dealing with
Zach Wilson.
This year he's coming into it, but him and A-Rod aren't quite all the way on the.
But they've had the time.
The run game's not working. That's one thing.
Well, if the pass game's not working, the run game's not going to work.
I don't think that whole offense is
run game
on the
then pass game.
They work off each other. We saw it with Philly with the injuries in the receiving core.
But
I'm not going to say it's surprising. I'm going to say I saw it coming, but at the same time, it's a little early for me.
Yeah, I think it's a little early.
Speaking of situations, somebody got put on the bench. They didn't get fired. There's another team they got put on the bench. But Drake May, our UNC boy, me and Christian's UNC boy, is getting the nod to start this Sunday for the Patriots. How do you think it works out for him?
I think we actually see who the best quarterback out of this draft is. We finally see the best quarterback out of this draft.
You're just trying to be hateful.
We finally get to see.
He's trying to make me say something.
We finally get to see the best quarterback out of this draft.
He's trying to make me say something.
I'm so excited for Drake May. I don't know. I'm not going to preface it or anything, but my dad met Drake May. He works for UNC football team. He said Drake May is one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. You would meet him and you wouldn't realize that he's worth millions of dollars. And that right there, and then just watching him at UNC, watching him on the sidelines, being a team player, working as a team. I love Drake May, everything he stands for. I'm a little upset they're putting him in this early.
It's early, but
that offensive
line, he is going to get killed. I'm hoping and praying that he does not get Bryce Young.
No, he will not.
I don't think he gets Bryce Young, but he's definitely getting put in a hard situation.
He is. But I'm hoping that he's able to understand the situation, and next year when the O-line's beefed up,
exactly,
he's got the team on his back.
All he's got to do is he's got to do the minimum this year. It's the minimum. He has the bag. He has everything in his hand. All he's got to do is minimum. He doesn't have to do anything extraordinary. He doesn't have to go crazy.
Nope.
The run game's there a little bit throughout the year. It's been there. I think Jalen Polk becomes the number one receiver in New England, and I think him and Drake have a great connection all year.
I think, personally, I'm going to say about Drake what I said about Jaden Daniels. They're not expecting you to go out and make the playoffs. No. They're not expecting you to go out and have a winning season. Mm-mm. Go out there this year, take chances, take risks, learn the NFL, learn what you need to do, learn what causes mistakes, learn all season. That's what this year's for Drake May. It's not to sit here and go prove that he's rookie of the year, to prove that he's this, prove he's that. No, learn. From day one, learn. every week you're getting better. You're learning the NFL, and you're learning what it takes.
I don't
I
want
agree.
him to do bad. I want Drake May to do good, but we already know who the best quarterback of this draft class
All right,
is.
we'll get into that later.
We already know that.
We're
Bo
not gonna
Nix?
do that.
Is it Bo Nix?
Bo Nix, yeah. I think it's fingernails.
It's more than likely going to be Caleb at the end of the day. you know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But another team off to a very, very, very bad start when we expected a lot from them. I did, personally. They had some negotiation issues in the offseason, but Cincinnati, Joe Burrow is playing arguably his best season of football so far.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is the MVP candidate, and
He is, and they're 1-4.
he's flipping 15 miles ahead of everybody, man.
And
it's insane.
I said it after the game against Washington. Cincinnati defense is bottom 3. And that's why when Harley was getting all excited, Jaden Daniels ran over the Cincinnati defense. I didn't care because Cincinnati's a bottom 3 defense.
They're terrible.
We got college defense that are comparable to Cincy's. I think there's room to improve, obviously, but they're wasting Joe Burrow's prime. This is his prime.
This is 100. They have got to. Their pass rush is fine. As long as they can get there. The quarterback's finding somebody open in 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
They have no time to get there. They go get a defense. They are legit the number 1 team in the Super Bowl.
I fully believe in the Bengals.
They annihilate the Chiefs week 2 if they have any type of defense.
that offense is
That offense
electric.
is insane.
They lost Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon, and you wouldn't even realize it. Zach Moss and Chase Brown has been a legit 1-2 punch that I did not see coming.
And Jamar Chase has stepped to that next level.
He
He's
has.
showing why
He's earned that contract.
he deserves every bit of $37 million
Yes.
a year. He deserves more than CD and Justin. Is he better than CD or Justin? No.
Is there
He deserves
anything that you think that Cincinnati can do right now to make a run this year?
defense.
Who? Where? Where do you get it from?
Secondaries.
But where?
Yeah.
I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
don't. I don't think there's anything. You can
I don't
do.
think you can do this year, but I think this is going to be Joe Burrow's best year. This is the one you drafted him for. And you're not going to be able to back him up the way you need to. And I think since he's going to be kicking themselves for years and years after this year. I fully believe that.
He holds on to it. He stays in his prime.
On the complete opposite note, the team we didn't expect to do well is killing it with a former Carolina Panthers quarterback, the Vikings, and Sam Darnold are cooking. They're still undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you say? What do you attribute that to?
They didn't look good last week. I will say that they did not look good.
They had their struggles.
But that New York Jets defense is arguably the best
Yes.
defense in the game.
And look, that Jets defense can get pressure on any team, in my opinion.
I'll take, dude, the Williams brothers, and then on the back end, I mean, everybody can sit here and cry, Saucy hold. Yeah, here we go. Let me hear it. He's still a top 3 cornerback.
What screwed the
He
Jets?
is, but he is a hold merchant.
What screwed the Jets on that game? Because I watched quite a bit of it. Was Sauce Gardner was getting flags every single time he was against Jefferson.
But it was not even against Jefferson. Jefferson got the Patrick Mahomes treatment that game.
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Jefferson.
That's what I meant.
Jefferson got the Patrick Mahomes treatment that game. He got the, here you go, you want a flag? Here you go.
All he did was throw his hands up.
And look, you'll get that. I mean,
Yeah,
again,
you're gonna get those.
you're going to get those, and as much as you don't want to admit it, CD gets them, Dak gets them. I'm not saying Micah gets them. Don't go there. Don't bring that up. But look, these guys get it. Kelsey gets it. You know?
Everybody gets it.
Everybody that just got paid a lot of money, everybody who brings revenue to the NFL, they get it. And Justin Jefferson, you see more Justin Jefferson jerseys on kids than you see anything. And
Yeah.
he's bringing the league money. And the Vikings being undefeated, I was talking to a kid today because I was coaching up at the Rec. I was talking to a kid today, and I was like, what's your favorite team? He was like, I think the Vikings because of Justin Jefferson. And that's what you get. That's what you're getting. Is Justin Jefferson is bringing fans in, which is what you want. So he's going to get the calls.
He's bringing that whole organization together. He's going to be there forever.
I think that they have a good chance moving forward. Like
have a
not
very-
even
they
just
have-
from this year.
Yeah, they have a good chance this year.
They could be contenders this year. I think they have a couple years that they can still be. They got
They-
Jefferson signed. Addison's got a couple years left.
Addison, he's not gonna get that big of one.
He's not. But Sam Darnold is playing well enough on a budget contract to make it
Guess
happen.
what? And guess what? The second best rookie quarterback isn't even
Is-
touching the field this year.
Correct. And that's big.
Like, you see Sam
And look,
Darnold
he's
doing
learning
this.
from a veteran. As much as we want to clown him, he's learning from a veteran quarterback.
Do not
Sam
call
Darnold.
Sam Darnold a veteran.
He's a veteran.
Sam Darnold is younger than Joe Burrow, bro.
I understand that, but how many years did he struggle on the Jets? How many years did he struggle in Carolina?
I don't even know how many years he was in New York, to be honest.
If we're talking about learning from people, name.
Yes. But don't
I'm not saying name people better because there's better people, but he's not a bad option to learn from.
But don't call him a veteran.
As far as teaching young quarterbacks, I would count him as a veteran.
But I mean, he's doing that. What do you think JJ's doing in that offense right now?
I don't know.
Exactly what he's gonna do. What Darnold's doing for what's his name? McCarthy. What he's doing for my fault. What he's doing for McCarthy is what JJ's doing for Addison this year and last year. Yeah, they've got leaders on that team, and that's why they're doing well.
They win the North.
I think they got a good chance at it.
Absolutely.
I was hating after last week, but after struggling and still getting a win, that's where true winners, true contenders, you see who's going to win.
And
I want you to hold on to that statement until later.
On paper, you look at that defense and you say probably bottom league, but on field, that defense is solid.
That defense is not bottom on paper. That defense has some playmakers on the paper.
I couldn't name you one person on that defense.
Well, while we're talking about defense, I want to go to the team that arguably has the best defense in the league, who is also struggling. It's the San Francisco 49ers.
They do not have the best defense in the league.
They did last year.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they.
No.
Who?
The Browns Jets.
But listen. Arguably one of the best defenses. Top 5, arguably top 10, whatever you want to say.
They have the best defensive player in the league on their team.
They're up there. Why are they struggling?
Brock isn't worth Dak money.
And honestly,
I think we've known he wasn't worth Dak money.
No, they didn't.
I think we've known.
I think that team without CMC is just not the same team.
No. Brandon Ayuk will spot here. I'm open. Tebow, I'm open. George Kittle, I'm open. Oh, here comes Kyle Juszczyk. I'm open.
What is he?
Look.
Too many.
That's a great system that Brock got put in. He's learning. He learned and he did well. He's getting figured out. Just like I sat here and told Harley, Jaden Daniels get figured out. Brock's got figured out. But he doesn't have CMC to bail him out right now. As much as Brock doesn't have CMC to bail him out, Kyle Shanahan doesn't have CMC to bail him out either.
Justin Fields has a higher QBR than Brock. He has more total touchdowns than Brock. He has more passing yards than Brock. He has less interceptions than Brock. But Brock wants $60 million a year? 49er fans, look at me. Are you for real? Please look at me and tell me you're for real. Good night. See y'all in a few weeks.
I think, honestly, this year doesn't go the way it's planned. Kyle Shanahan's had...
He's a Dallas Cowboy.
He's had great seasons as a coach, and it didn't get him... It didn't get him a ring.
He's a Dallas Cowboy.
His best season that he's had, and it hadn't got him a ring.
Did you get Christian?
Oh, do you mean when he said that he's a Dallas Cowboy?
Yeah. What'd you say?
He's a Dallas Cowboy.
Okay.
I don't know what to say about after the fact, but I think Kyle Shanahan's a little closer to being out of there than people realize.
I think he's already halfway out the door, brother. If they lose tomorrow night, he might be out of the door just waiting for the message.
It's Seattle. Seattle did.
What
just
is their
lose
schedule? Seattle just lost the New York Giants, bro.
Yeah.
The third best team in our division.
I don't know who you're disrespecting right now, but
I know who he's disrespecting.
I think it's you.
Yes.
Is it you?
It's definitely me.
My bad. They're the second best team in the division.
Yeah, it's definitely me.
Hold on. I actually want to look at their schedule. Oh, here we go. Seahawks, Chiefs, Seahawks, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bucks, Seahawks, Packers, Bills.
San Fran might miss the playoffs.
Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Lions, Cardinals.
If San Fran misses the playoffs,
Kyle Shanahan might be out of there in the middle of that stretch, brother. I mean, just look at
I don't
that
want to jump the gun that much, but
but I also want to give props to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason has been performing.
Sure,
but anybody can run behind the offensive
I mean,
line.
yeah, but
You put Zeke
do you
back
remember?
there, he looks like
Do you
he's in his
remember when
prime.
DeMarco Murray played for the Cowboys and led the league in rushing? Went to Philly, had a good season, and then went to Tennessee and died.
Whoa! He did not have a good season.
He had a solid season with us.
No,
He didn't lead the league in rushing like he did with y'all
He led the
because
league
y'all
in-
had the best O line and we had a top 5. Get over it.
He led the league in rushing, touchdowns, everything. Less fumbles, yards per carry. Philly says, "Oh, here you go.
Hey.
You want $35 million a year?"
Did he lead the league in Super Bowls that year? Or?
Has he ever led the league in Super Bowls?
No, because he never won one.
Yeah, because he played with both teams. That's right. My bad.
Oh, but we have one. Like in the last 10 years. All right, so one division that we were hyping up quite a bit at the beginning of the season was the NFC South. We knew the Carolina Panthers were doo-doo. We knew that the Saints and Falcons were playing well. The Bucs were playing well. I honestly had the Saints higher up on the list than the Falcons. The Falcons have shown us, after playing that game against Baker Mayfield on Thursday night, Kirk Cousins is solidified himself as not done.
Dude.
Hey, guess what? Washington probably could have had a ring out of him.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Did y'all see that post I sent in the group chat earlier?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yes. I saw that earlier before he did, and I was like, wow.
Kirk Cousins is not done. And Atlanta's got a new fire lit under.
Atlanta, at this, if there is a good bet, I don't know what their odds are right now. If there is a good bet for Atlanta to win the Super Bowl, I'd probably place it.
Look, I was thinking the Saints were the number 2 team in that division.
I thought the Saints were the number 1.
And I was thinking the Bucs were the number 1. The Saints have showed that, again, they played the Chiefs, which is the best team in the league. But they didn't show the fight that I thought they would show.
Especially Derek Carr. First quarter Derek Carr was terrible.
But we just got a classic game out of Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins on Thursday night where they balled out and Kirk Cousins came out on top.
That was probably one of the best Thursday night games.
That was probably one of the best games I've ever watched.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look, Kirk Cousins came out on top.
Was a pretty good game. The Ravens-Bengals was a good game.
Well, I'm talking about a lifetime.
Well,
like that Falcons-Bucks game was
this past Sunday.
Fuck them. Ravens-Bucks. I mean, that Bucks-Falcons game.
Oh, speaking of the hoe. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes came on TV. But, yeah, at this point, the Atlanta Falcons are number 1. The Atlanta Falcons are number 1 in the division. The Buccaneers number 2, and the Saints number 3. And I had the Saints making the playoffs. After watching what I watched, the Saints don't make the playoffs. The Falcons win the division, and the Bucs get a wild card spot.
So
that's believable.
The Saints don't make the playoffs. Alvin Kamara's on a new team next year, bro.
If they're smart.
Contract up?
Yeah, he's due for a bag this year.
Yeah, if they're smart.
He's in a contract year. They're not gonna. He's not gonna play on the flipping franchise tag.
Let me guess what he's about to say next.
He's a cowboy.
I'm not saying it because Jerry Jones don't make moves in the offseason.
Speaking of moves, we're patiently waiting right now.
Sorry, y'all. What was that?
A lighter.
Bro.
We're patiently waiting right now for Devontae Adams to get the signal to go find a new home. And they're talking about sending Max Crosby with them and completely getting rid of their stars.
Yeah, no, well, the reason they want to get rid of both of them, Max Crosby's due for a lot of money, brother.
He is. And he's going to get it.
Yes, he's going to get it. Raiders don't want to pay that. They have Tyree Wilson. They have Christian Wilkins. They have the people.
Out now.
Yeah, he's out for the year. They have the people to hold it down instead of paying Max right now. Yes, Max is that guy, but look what Micah's doing this year. What the fuck is Micah doing? Besides crying on a flipping podcast. I think he's playing her. I think he's been playing her all year.
Don't get me started on Micah's podcast. Micah's podcast is tearing my team apart.
You think he's coming to Philly still?
No.
He'll go to Philly and start tearing Dallas apart.
Don't you love it when your own player is glazing over my quarterback?
He's got to for money.
Why are we jumping there?
He's got to for money.
Give it some time. We'll get there eventually.
Hey,
but look.
Hey, guess what? One quarterback threw a pick to the Browns. The other didn't.
The trade that's gaining traction that I've seen for Devontae and Crosby has been a trade with the Lions for a bunch of draft picks, including the young quarterback Hendon Hooker.
They can't. The
out
Lions,
of Tennessee.
Lions can't do that. They don't have the money for that shit, man. Jameer Gibbs is due. Aiden Hutchinson's due. Amon-Ra's due. Laporte is due.
They're not all going to stay. If you're getting Devontae, if you're getting Devontae and you're also getting Crosby, they don't all stay.
That's a win now and not pay situation.
Jared Goff, like they're trying to get a ring. Jared Goff doesn't have long left.
Jared Goff is never going to get a ring. He had his chance, bro. We're talking. I hate the people in this sports industry that talk like Jared Goff is honestly a top 10 quarterback, bro. He's not. He isn't, never will be, never has been. Stop.
I won't say never has been, but he's not now. No. After watching we've talked about one of the best games of all time. The Chiefs-Rams game on primetime was arguably the best NFL game of all time.
How many touchdowns did Todd Gurley have that game?
I don't know.
Good God.
But at that point in time, Jared Goff was top 10. But he hasn't touched it since.
Wasn't he a rookie that year?
Jared Goff hasn't been a top 10 quarterback since.
He's never going to bring the city of Detroit a ring.
No. He's not. And that's why in the trade package with Matt Stafford, they got Jared Goff and a bunch of picks. They weren't sitting here like, oh, Jared Goff's our savior.
No.
They were taking Jared Goff because they didn't want to start whoever they had backing him up at the time.
That's why they drafted Hendon Hooker.
No, yes, he will replace Jared Goff.
No, Hendon Hooker will not.
Yes, he will.
Hendon Hooker will never play a snap unless Jared Goff gets hurt.
Yeah, I think you're completely wrong. No. I think Hendon Hooker is going to
the Lions will draft a quarterback this year.
All right. We're going to kind of get into the division now. Because I know Christian's about to start going on his tangent here.
I mean, I don't care. I'm going to let you go first.
No. We're going to go to the team that just played and lost to the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do we think about their record?
Fraud.
No.
I'm going to let Christian talk. Christian, as a Cowboys fan, watched the whole game, watched what he saw.
I'm going to keep it 100% with you. That pass rush is insane, bro. It is insane. If Russell Wilson gets back there at quarterback, I think they're fine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Russell takes the job?
Yeah, I think he takes the job this week.
I say 2 more losses, he takes the job.
I don't even see that. Justin Fields looked awful, bro. And we didn't even have any pass rush. Bro, our pass rush was awful, and we got more sacks that game than we've had all year. I mean, it was pretty crazy. George, he got locked down by a kid that sits on a bench. Trayvon Diggs didn't even shadow him the whole game. That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought Trayvon was going to end up shadowing him. He didn't. Jordan Lewis shot him down. Mike Tomlin is obviously a top 5, top 3 head coach in the league. He's never had a under 500 season. They don't this year again. I mean, they're only 3-2.
They always find a way to get above 500.
Yeah.
And they will. And
I think my favorite part of that game is just George Pickens nonchalantly just grabbing the face mask.
That was at the end.
That's funny, but as a Steelers fan, that's concerning.
Yeah, that is.
That's concerning.
Everybody knew that he was a menace. But
everybody knew he was a crash out.
But if I'm sitting here, we all have number 1 wide receivers that are good, right? If I'm sitting here and I see AJ Brown snatch a face mask like that,
he's good. Yes. See, someone will give him credit.
I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
If I see AJ Brown crash out like that and grab a dude's face mask like that, and an obvious the game's over, we lost. That's sore loser. That's not good. That's not what I want leading my wide receiver core. And that's why the Steelers wide receiver core won't work as well as Dallas or Philly. I'm not going to say Washington because they have one good receiver at the moment.
They don't have one good receiver.
He's a hater, dude.
Watching George Pickens as an Eagles fan makes me glad I'm not a Steelers fan. Makes me glad I don't have to deal with that, with attitudes like that, except for from my head coach, apparently. Speaking of, let's get to Philly. First thing I want to talk about. People, we had a rough start. We're 2-2. We'll start here. We're 2-2. We're 1-0 with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. We're 1-1 with Devontae Smith. And we're 0-1 without either of them. We have them both back now. Lane Johnson's back. I think at this point, it's no excuses. It's not. I'm not saying we're going to win the league now. I'm saying that it's no excuses. That this week, we got to go out there and we got to put a beating on the Browns. We should beat the Browns by 12 points at least.
Oh, good God.
By 12, we whooped them.
I think a good step into helping that, Avonte Maddox is looking like he's going to be benched for Cooper DeJean, which I'm stoked about.
I think it's already official.
Is it?
I think so.
Look, Avonte Maddox, again, we talked about it last week. I'm bringing it up again. If I see one player on my team walking up to the opposing receiver, that's cooking them. that is making them look like the most bummy defensive player in the
Hey, you
league.
wanna hop on
and
Fortnite
walks
later?
up. You still gaming, man?
You wanna hop on
You still
Fortnite?
playing the games? We should play Fortnite together. I'm gonna crash out. Especially when we're already having leadership. In my opinion, we're having leadership problems from the head coach position. Our players have to be like, we've got to be ready to go. We've got to want to win on every level under the head coach, because obviously the head coach is not getting it done right now. But I think DeJean taking that spot, he's got a chip on his shoulder. I mean, obviously he's got a chip on his shoulder because it's his first game, but he's one of the only white corners or white secondary players in the league. You know what I mean? We got two of them on the same team, and I'm proud. But I think that makes a big difference.
I think this again that Sean gets benched.
I hope so, for Browns fans' sake. Speaking of people losing their job, Devin White got released this week. We picked him up, and I was hyped. I thought this was a great offseason acquisition. And we go out there, and Devin White hadn't played a game yet. The only highlight I've seen from him online is when he posted a picture of Jalen Hurts getting sacked by his former team. And he was like, "Oh, I'm just supporting my boy on my old." I don't care. That's your quarterback. You ride or die for that player. I don't care if it's Bryce Young. I don't care if it's God knows. I don't care. I just don't. You defend your quarterback on every level. You defend your quarterback, and you posting a picture of him getting sacked is embarrassing as a teammate. And I honestly think that has something to do with him getting released. Now, I also don't know if he's been hurt this whole time or if his play is going downhill. Which it very well could have.
Devin?
Yeah.
I think he's done, man.
I thought he was still in the Bucks.
We got him in the offseason.
No, Shaquille Barrett's there. I thought a lot of people get him and Devin White mixed.
Yeah.
But from there, I know we do this every week so far.
I didn't get to finish Cowboys. I'm gonna let him go last because I got a lot of shit for him.
Okay.
One thing I want to stop is the Dak slander.
Oh my God! Every week.
Yeah, it's on a
Every
week.
week.
The first thing that was posted after the game that was all over my feed. Oh, Dak threw 2 picks. Dak threw 2 picks.
Dak had a rough game.
How did he have a rough game if he
Can you admit that he had a rough game?
had a rough first 2 quarters? You were entirely correct.
Did he have a $60 million game?
Yes, he had a $60 million second half.
You see why people hate Cowboys fans?
A quarterback is paid off of his game management.
So
He
Brock
goes
Purdy
out there
fan?
and he throws 2 picks. His offensive line is getting all these penalties. He has no run game. His defense is struggling. That man still crunched down, tried to make the plays. The Jalen Tolbert throw was the worst throw of his life. That was a god-awful throw. He thought he was throwing to Dez Bryant still. he went way back in memories. He's like, oh, it's Dez Bryant. It's not Dez Bryant. Dak bounced back and did you ever see Jalen Hurts dive on the ball head first?
Yeah, if he fumbles it.
Yeah,
out
that's
of
what I
the
thought.
center
Okay.
stand.
That is what a quarterback does. Cam Newton, I hope you're watching, brother.
No, Jalen Hurts does that.
I hope Cam Newton. Cam Newton, are you
He just doesn't get it
look
back.
me in my eyes, Cam. You got to die for the ball, brother. Dak play saved us the game, and that is exactly why Dak is the leader of that team. That shows how bad he wanted that game. He didn't need that fucking game. Who the heck cares about the Steelers game? It's not a division game. He wanted that game, went out there and threw the touchdown pass.
2-2 early in the season. We don't care about this game.
Yeah, we'll just go under 500. That's fine.
Dak owns the NFC East.
We lose to the Steelers. I mean, what's
We
the
can't
motivation?
even have a conversation with Christian.
Yeah, 2-2, lose to the Steelers. Now you're 2-3. Go into that locker room. What's the motivation now? You already have.
Mike McCarthy's gone, and we
You
still.
already have CD yapping at
CD's
Dak.
never yapped.
Yes,
He was
yapping at him out of the sideline. Dak's just sitting there like
He
this.
said, "Throw the ball up." Read the lips, y'all. Read the lips.
He's still been yapping at him.
Read the lips. He said, "Jump ball,
I
Dak.
bet you're
Jump
used
ball."
to reading Dak and CD's lips.
Read the lips. He says, "Jump ball, bro."
He says he doesn't care about the game, but if they would have lost, he would have cared about it.
Nah,
Yes.
my quarterback showed why
Look,
he is worth every dollar he gets.
we're going to sit here and talk until we play each other. All of us. I mean,
I'm ready.
let's just get
I'm ready.
we're going to argue
I'll
over the
see
same
you.
You're gonna go
November
back in the
24th.
shell that you've been in for the past 20 years.
I will see you November 24th.
Listen,
Are you gonna
Wait.
go back in the shell if we beat y'all?
No.
Look,
Because we're going to be over 500 and still top of the division at that point.
We
I do
can
not care.
argue all we want until we play each other. It's going to be the same song every week.
Yeah, pretty much.
So right now, let's let each other say our piece. Harley, I want to hear yours because I'm going to tell you you're wrong.
Okay. That's fine. See, I was told that the Browns was supposed to be a reality game. Jaden Daniels didn't perform up to the high completion percentage that he usually does, or that he did against the last 2 weeks. But I was told that Browns defense is his reality game, and man was sitting with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter on the bench with Marcus Mariota in the game because he had nothing else he had to prove that game. He dropped 34 points against them. I mean, what more do you want?
Brian Robinson dropped 21 by himself.
But how did we get down the field?
Who
led that offense down that
How
field?
many rushing yards did B-Rob have? That was Jaden
B-Rob
Daniels.
had 2 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns within the 5. Or
Okay.
I think one of them was a little bit farther.
I to be honest, I didn't watch the game. All I've seen was Jaden Daniels threw a pick in the red zone, and then he
First
was
drive.
And the funny thing is, too, the play before that, he threw a 66-yard bomb to Terry.
and then he threw a pick.
Yeah.
That's just.
Hey, you know how many points that gets you?
He also threw a very long bomb to De'Ami Brown for a touchdown.
So I also seen he was like 7 for 18 in completions.
Oh, I did that too, actually.
Yeah, and he didn't have the greatest completion game.
Harley, if your defense is competent,
Our defense,
QB
and I will say, okay, Brown's offense is terrible. Deshaun Watson is terrible. But our defense stepped up a tiny bit that
Frankie
game.
Louvu stepped up.
I love Frankie Louvu. He's my favorite player on that defense right now.
He had 2.5 sacks.
Yeah, he's
And
the
I'm gonna
only
be
one
honest.
getting pressure that I've seen. Like, he's the only one consistently getting pressure on the quarterback.
Who?
You think he get
Oh, yeah,
Louvu,
Frankie Louvu,
You
yeah.
think against Dallas with one of the best O-lines in the league, against Philly with one of the other best O-lines in the league, you think he's getting any pressure on our quarterback? If you have one guy getting pressure,
He can.
we are
he
going
can.
to look. Our offense is going to ruin your season. Either of our offenses.
How bad do y'all
That's
get beat by
insane.
Baltimore?
That's a close game.
Oh, it's tweaking.
So you're
Dude,
taking the
if
that's
your
a close
line,
game.
You're taking
if
the
your
plus
line,
7.5?
If your
Hold on.
line can't
Hold on.
get
If
pressure, what are they
Cincinnati's
going to do to
defense
Derrick Henry?
is, hold on.
Derrick Henry is going to put his nuts
If
all
Cincinnati's
over
defense is so
Washington.
terrible, and apparently the Ravens, I guess, or their defense isn't. Why is that game so close? Why is it a shootout?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Okay, look at the way Jaden Daniels has led this offense.
Not like
We've
Joe
scored
Burrow.
over 30 points in the last.
You don't have
3-4
Jamar
weeks.
Chase. You don't have Jamar.
We have Terry McLaurin.
Oh, and I got a popsicle in the freezer. Who cares?
Y'all literally do not want to see Washington win. It's fine. You know,
I don't mind seeing them win. It's you being delusional is getting me somewhere.
I'm delusional when how many? What?
Who have you played? Who have you played? Let's go over. Who have you played? Who have you beat? Who have you beat?
I can't
You
wait.
beat Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Cincinnati when Jamar Chase was still running his mouth. You beat Cleveland. You beat the Giants.
Who
Y'all
actually
should
T Higgins?
Y'all beat Cincinnati and it was a shootout. It showed that Jane Daniels can hang.
They
Yeah,
had T Higgins
yeah.
as well.
But again, that's the worst defense in the league.
Who have y'all? Y'all beat Cincinnati, Cleveland. I don't know
New
the
York,
other two.
the Giants.
New York.
The Giants.
And then Cardinals. We blew the Cardinals out.
Okay. Who'd y'all lose to?
The Bucks first week.
Which we've lost to the Bucks. That's valid.
We lost to the Bucks first week.
Okay. So I mean, y'all
Y'all
went to a
played-
shootout with Cincy.
Yes.
Actually, breaking y'all schedule down. Y'all went to a shootout with Cincy. That showed your offense pain.
But it shows your defense can't.
Blue. I mean, yeah, but it also
I think
shows that Cincy's offense
if-
is just elite
if
because
y'all-
It is.
they've
It
had
is.
If y'all
blowouts
hang
of
with
every
if
game.
y'all hang with Baltimore this week, y'all get the respect y'all deserve.
But y'all won't.
Absolutely.
If y'all
won't.
hang with Baltimore this week, y'all get the respect y'all deserve.
Y'all won't. That Cincy team y'all played was not the Cincy team Baltimore just played. And we're not going to sit here and act like it is.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if the Ravens bring the team that they brought to Cincy,
Y'all are getting smacked.
no, we're not.
Derrick Henry is going to have Jaden Daniels nuts in a sling and sign it.
Dude,
Derrick Henry's gonna go for
y'all are
200.
gonna have to score 40 plus.
That's fine. We can do that.
Derrick Henry's going to go for 4 or 200.
We
And
can score
Lamar's
40
going to
plus.
run for 150 and throw for 350. I don't care. Y'all's defense is so awful that I can't even fathom.
Dude, you sound
Okay,
like Stephen
so
A.
hold
Smith
on.
right now. Stop.
Hold on. So I'm gonna say this. After this week, 5-1 top of division. What do you have to say?
I don't, because we're not in that situation.
5-1. If we come out there
If
and
y'all
we beat
win
the Ravens,
this game against Baltimore,
If we beat
me and you
Baltimore,
can shake
what-
hands, and I'll say that you're the best team in the division at the moment. But you won't.
If y'all beat Baltimore this week, I won't even talk shit if we beat y'all.
Look, we can make a 2-on-1 bet right here. I don't care. We will, look, we won't talk bad because Baltimore, obviously, ran them out the building. They're arguably one of the best teams in the league. And they just went to a shootout with Cincy. Yes, y'all beat Cincy, but y'all didn't beat Cincy the way they played last week.
I'm not even expecting to come in and win completely. I expect it to be a close game. But if we do come out with this win,
If y'all come out with this win,
I don't think there's anything to be said negative against that team.
no, there's not.
There is. It's a defense, but at the same time,
If that
I won't
defense-
say it. I won't say it because
No,
if y'all
obviously,
beat
the
Baltimore,
defense is an obvious
that's the
thing.
step.
The only way y'all come out with no negativities is if y'all don't win if it's not a shootout. If y'all win a game that's 21-14 or something, y'all get all the motherfucking birds, the flowers, everything in the
Yeah,
world.
absolutely. But that won't happen.
Hey, win a win.
Derrick Henry is at least 2 touchdowns. Go ahead and book it. Whatever the odds are, Derrick Henry, 2 touchdowns, Lamar for a passing and a rushing touchdown. Put it all down right now. Put that parlay up, see how much it makes. I don't
I've
care.
already played them.
Really?
Yeah, we've already played them. I see what it's like. Just don't stack the box off the jump.
I
if you do, what's gonna
think,
happen?
I think Dan Quinn has seen enough this season of what they do.
Oh,
I say he's a little bit that he might be watching the film, that he's going to be a little bit smarter not to do that, but I don't know.
Well, if he
Also,
doesn't do
too,
that,
we don't
Derrick
really have
Henry
the
is gonna own
defensive
you.
players to be able to just stack a box.
Y'all are 6.5 underdogs.
Oh, we are extreme underdogs.
Build the parlay right now. Derrick Henry, 2 rushing touchdowns. Lamar for a passing and a rushing touchdown.
I'm telling you.
Build the parlay. I will place it right here on screen. I don't care.
Wow, Lamar has 1,200 passing yards and 9 touchdowns and 1 interception.
That's an MVP candidate there.
That is the number 1 MVP candidate.
Is it?
What's his rushing yards?
Give Lamar his flowers, I guess. My fault. My fault, Lamar.
He's playing good.
Hold on.
And you think that y'all are going to... Yeah, no.
What's his
I will
regular
bet-
season stats?
I will bet whatever I have to against Washington this week.
Go ahead. Put 1,000 on Baltimore money line. I dare you. Put 1,000 on Baltimore money line.
Let's do it with me.
And I don't want to hear no crying when Washington wins.
Okay.
He has 53 carries for 363 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns also. Wow.
Let's see.
He's balling.
He's playing good. But so is Jaden Daniels.
Oh, my. This man.
I mean,
I have never
are
heard
you going to sit here
a
and say
bigger
Jaden Daniels is
meat
not playing
rider.
good? What were you doing when Jalen Hurts first got quarterback for the Eagles?
I was mad. I wanted Carson Wentz to keep the job.
Weren't you glazing him whenever he took you out to the Super Bowl and he was playing
Detroit
so
is
good?
Yeah, when he
favorites.
took me to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels hasn't taken y'all to cookout yet.
Yeah, that's because he's a rookie. Give him time.
Hey, give him time.
What does
That's
he
exactly
still do
what
with
we've
a
been
quarterback
saying.
that's not worth $60 million?
My quarterback's worth every dollar.
No.
His quarterback's taking them to the playoffs before.
My quarterback's
Jaden Daniels could very well take us to the playoffs.
Very well could. Let him do it.
my quarterback's the best in the division.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
By far.
It would only win me $350. I ain't doing that. No, absolutely not.
1,000
Yeah.
only wins you 350 on Baltimore.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Jaden
Oh,
Daniels.
and the Cowboys get DeRon Bland back this week. I forgot.
Do you
Finally,
Y'all get Bland. Is Micah coming back?
Micah's back. Bland's back. Diggs is back.
So you have a healthy offense.
Besides
and defense.
D-Law, yeah.
Oh yeah, D-Law. Which
So I can.
Chase has a healthy offense now, with probably revamped defense with Cooper.
Gene.
So
And then we got White out of the
Y'all
locker
got
room.
Browns, Giants, Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys, Commanders.
That's a couple games to get us warmed back up. I think that's the perfect situation for us. I saw the stat. We have the easiest schedule through the rest of the season. it is a no excuse time for the Eagles.
Until they meet
If
us.
the Eagles shut the hell up.
They don't even
If the
consider y'all a hard game.
No, if the Eagles don't take this stretch right here and run with it and become a 10-win team, Sirianni has to go. There's no question. This is the easiest schedule.
I'm just going to say this.
It's the
Last
easiest
year,
strength of schedule.
we played the Eagles close in both games and lost by maybe not even a field goal.
Harley.
With Sam Howell.
And what did y'all do?
With Sam Howell. We took him to overtime
How was
one
Ca-
game.
how
And
was
actually, we got
Cancun?
fleeced in one of those games.
How was
Actually,
Cancun?
What y'all do against us?
Okay, we're not going to talk about that.
How was Cancun while we were both in the playoffs?
We actually got fleeced one of those games.
Y'all did?
Oh, I'm sure you
So-
did.
I don't even know the score to y'all's games last year.
I'm sure you did.
They were
Harley.
close.
Let's go.
They were damn close.
I don't know how to go back to the old season.
And you know we always play y'all good.
Look, until either of y'all's teams make an NFC Championship game, we really don't even need to have a conversation. Honestly.
I wish I had the 3 rings to,
Yeah, I got the one.
I can at least cover more than half of my hand.
Woo.
He covers his whole hand.
I covered my whole hand.
Y'all got the VHS tapes?
He's got
for
the
Ruben?
Thanos snap.
You got the VHS tapes?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have the VHS tapes?
Do you have the VHS tapes of yours?
No, I can just go look it up on YouTube.
Your one?
I can go look it up on YouTube. You know how clear that picture is?
Dang,
You know how clear it is watching that picture and Nick Foles holding that trophy up?
He got me. Dang, nabbit, damn it. Let me take them off. Damn it, man.
All right. We're on a tangent. We're going to go ahead and end that here.
What in the hell? One? Really? Come on, bro.
We're going to end that here. We're on a tangent.
Bro,
Until
Baker
next
Mayfield
week.
owns your organization. Shut up.
Shout out Baker because he does. You're right.
Baker be bacon.
Don't
He
stop
does.
laughing. Dak owns your organization. Y'all never beat us.
All right.
I've never beat Dak when he played a full game.
Next time we talk to y'all, we'll have a lot to say to Harley. So get ready for that. Hey, y'all be good. Peace.